Morning, guys. It's Monday. It's High Vibe Monday. Fresh message from Spirit for the week ahead. So let's get straight to it. Letting go can feel tough. Letting go can be tough. Because sometimes when you're letting go of a person, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, moving on from high school to college, middle school to high school, it's actually about letting go of an old way, of an old you. There's the person that represents the underlying shift. Kelly's reading a book right now that talks about going from boy psychology to man psychology, girl psychology to woman psychology. A young adult navigates the world differently than an adult. A young adult, a child, asks its parents. It smiles, it showcases its happiness to get what it needs and wants. When you become an adult and if you start providing that for yourselves, that strategy, that way of being no longer works. As an adult, you can't just smile, I want this, and then it's delivered. Sometimes that works, and not always. The person you're having a hard time letting go of is actually about the deeper personal growth that you're going through. And instead of just allowing yourself to, I do feel frustrated. I feel frustrated. I feel impatient with myself. I feel resentful that I have to go through this growth. I see other people who didn't have to go through this growth and they're still in a relationship, or I see other people who didn't go through this growth and they got the promotion that I'm going for right now. But you asked for a deeper meaning to life. You asked for a deeper understanding of yourself. You can't have that old relationship, that old way of being, and the deeper understanding of yourself. It can be empowering to relax, let go, and allow things into your life. And it can also be empowering to know, I want that, I'm going to get it. And being okay that it might be brought in via a gift. Your definition of friendship is changing. Your definition of friendship is changing. When you're in healing, a stage of healing, it's a person who could be there and can listen to you and can hold space to hear your stories. And they in turn provide listening. They in turn provide validation. I hear that you're in pain and here's why. Do I understand you correctly? When you're at a healing phase of life, aka if you're at a phase of your life where you're giving yourself the stuff that you didn't get when you were younger that you thought you needed, that's your definition of a friendship. But once you move past that, you have a different view and a different outlook of life. Can you be willing to recognize that different people are at different developmental stages of enjoying life? There's nothing wrong with any type of connection. But as much as why aren't they giving me compassion? Why aren't they giving me empathy? Why aren't they being the friend? Why aren't they doing what they used to do? Why are they backing off? Why are they changing? They're not giving me empathy. They're not seeing me. Can you take a step back and see them? Can you understand how someone who wrapped up the healing phase of their life and they're now in healed, can you understand why they would want to run free like a 6-year-old and they would want to, instead of, I'm here to talk about your problems, I'm here to talk about what's not going well. Can you understand why they would want to just, let's go swim at the pool, let's go ride our bikes, let's go on this road trip? Can you have compassion for why they may not want to interact the way that you used to? That's empowerment. That's growth. That's being present in the current moment. Not just, hey, when I used to come to you, this is the result I used to get. When I used to go to this store, you used to have this item. Oh, you don't have it anymore? Well, I'm going to get mad at you for not having it. Oh, they just continued making it. Well, I'm still going to come here and keep trying to buy it and get mad at you for not having it. Do you see the... Some of you will do age regression. Some of you will just become aware of what need are you trying to ask that person to meet that they can't meet? Can you become aware of that need and then be at a place of manifesting possibilities? Universe, I get it. I was putting this need on this person. I now want to know all the ways that I can get this need met. What are the different ways that I can get this need met? That's when you're empowered. That's when you're truly being, this is who I am right here in this moment, and this is my need. And right now, my need, I am at a lower vibrational state, and that's okay. That's self-love. That's self-acceptance. And right here where I'm at, this is what I need. And this could even apply to a therapist. If you have a therapist in the beginning, you want them to just listen to you and hear your pain. That's an important step to be at. Then it'll become at a point where you're like, okay, I'm kind of tired of talking about this. How else can I handle this situation? Then it becomes more of a teaching you a new skill set, teaching you a new way to cope, teaching you a new way to have active dialogue. Then it might turn into a point where you just check in once in a while to share a victory, to share a win. Kelly did that. She had a college therapist. She's like, hey, I want probably like maybe 3 or 4 sessions with you. And she was just like, yeah, look where I'm at now. She wanted to celebrate with someone, not just celebrate with woohoo, balloons and buzzers and all that fun stuff. She wanted to celebrate with someone who knew where she used to be in terms of her trauma. Because I want someone who will truly, as the best as someone else possibly can, because no one is going to understand you as much as you understand yourself. You know how you peel back a layer and you go, oh, I didn't know that about me? How can you expect someone else to truly fully get you when you're in the process of truly fully getting you? Can you truly fully get yourself right here, right now, and then choose different people to include in your life so that you have a variety, so that you have a buffet? Right now, it feels like a demand to the other person if you're ready to hear their side. For those of you that just needed that, end the message now. For those of you who are ready for a little bit more, to the other person, it feels like a demand. You must do this. You must love me this way. They changed. If a grocery store discontinued an item, after going back a few times, you'd kind of wake up and go, okay, I better start trying a different brand. Can you see how they might be frustrated that they've been trying to tell you, hey, I'm different, hey, I've changed? They feel like they haven't been acknowledged either. As much as you're feeling your needs aren't getting met, they're feeling like they're not being acknowledged. I've tried to tell them. Can you allow yourself to wake up and recognize that every human being has an opportunity really every second of every day, more than likely when it comes down to practical human level application of this, every day they have ability to switch vibrations. Every day they have the ability to be someone new. Sometimes you need to catch up. When Kelly was healing some of her trauma, there was definitely a stage where she just needed to cry and someone to cry with her and go, yeah, man, that sucks. Then there was also some points where she'd be able to look back and go, oh my God, that was ridiculous, and laugh. Sometimes you can laugh about it, right? When you're in the pains of breaking up with a narcissist person, you need someone to sympathize, empathize, have compassion for you. Oh my God, I can't believe they treated you that way. You deserve so much better. Sometimes a year or two, maybe a month, whatever your pace is, you look back and go, what was I thinking? Why did I date that? Then you want a friend who's going to laugh about it with you instead of, hey, don't joke about it. That really hurt you. No, you want the person who's going to adapt and joke with you. But then there might be another moment, another day where you're like, oh man, you know what? Oh, I'm kind of feeling the pain of that relationship right now. Or you want the person to go, Stop crying. You were just laughing about that? No, that's them dismissing you. You'd want them to adapt with you and be present with you. We need you guys to start adapting and being with yourself, recognizing that some days it's going to be self care, self love, gentle. Some days it's going to be excitement, invigoration. Some days it's going to be mellow. Can you take the time to tune in with yourself, see what you need that day, and then see all the different ways you can manifest that need getting met, and then choose one? That's empowerment. That's self reliance. Instead of demanding that a person acts a certain way, instead of demanding that someone behaves how they used to behave. That's disempowerment. That's, I need you, you've changed, I acknowledge that, but I need you to change back so I could be happy. And you don't really want that. Because part of what is attracting them to you, they're a mirror on both sides for you, negative and the positive. Part of what's attracting them in your life is that you see, wait a second, they used to be where I'm at, and now look at them. I don't understand that leap that they took, and I want to look at them. I want that leap. Instead, admit, I feel hopeless. This person was my buddy that let me know where I was at was okay. And now they've changed. Now they've grown. Now, how did they make that leap? It looks like it's like a 20-foot leap. It's a 20-foot. How did they make that 20-foot leap? Just admit, I feel hopeless about making the leap that they made. I feel hopeless, because then we'll have attraction. What do you want? What's your starting point? You know what? I would like to start a feeling of success in this new way. I would like a feeling of accomplishment. I would like this feeling of success. And you know what? Right now I feel hopeless to get that, but I know how it works. My job is not the how. My job is this is my starting point, emotionally speaking, and I know I'd like to get there. So universe, I know that on this path, I'd like to start feeling better about myself. I'd like to start feeling better about the word success. I'd like to start feeling better about stepping into woman's psychology, stepping into man's psychology, beginning to adopt new ways of communication, new ways of being. I get that my old ways, they're not ways that I choose to get needs met anymore, because I want to now interact in the world in a new way. And you know what? I'm glad, as much as it hurts that that person and I aren't connecting the way that we used to, I definitely see that the leap I want to make is possible. Wow, what an interesting dynamic relationship. To go from being like this to now there being a source of inspiration for me, a source of, I can ask for that, I can ask for that. Because sometimes people are meant to show you, oh, whoa, I have grown a lot. Thank you I used to be there, now I'm here. Thank you for the reminder to appreciate what I have. Sometimes people are there to vibe with you, resonate with you, go play with you right now. And sometimes it's, hey, thank you for achieving that in your life. Now I know that I can ask for that. Can you be willing to view them in a new way? Can you be willing to try a new brand? That's all this is about for you guys this week. Can you begin to see yourself differently? I relate to people in new ways. And then can you spend time pre-paving the energy? I like to feel, even though I feel hopeless right now about getting this in there, and even though I'm mad at them and angry at them, but they have and I don't, and they're not helping me out, you're operating from your old definition of friendship. They have a new definition. Universe, can you show me a way to view this person in a better feeling way for myself? Why not manifest that? Universe, can you show me how to view this situation in a way that helps me grow? Universe, can you show me how to tend to myself more now? I get that I'm reaching out to this person for some tender, loving care. Can you show me how to get the need met that I want them to meet? I'd like to know how I can meet this need. Them not being there for me, doing what they used to do for me, is now making me aware that I was reliant on them for taking care of a huge need of mine. Of course it doesn't feel good that that need's not being taken care of. Of course it doesn't feel good to feel abandoned, to feel left behind. Of course that doesn't feel good. No one would feel good in this situation. I now recognize, though, that there's a need of mine that I wasn't aware of, that they were aware of the need and they were taking care of it. Just like Kelly was watching a little TikTok and it had a baby bird. It was chasing a worm and it had its mouth open and it was kind of just like making bird noises and just had the mouth open. The worm was obviously wiggling away from the mouth. Obviously. People were commenting on, oh, that's like the entitled liberals. They just want everything. I showed up, I opened my mouth, put the worm in my mouth. Is it true? It's a yes and no. When a bird is a baby, that's what the parents do. They go get the food, they gently put the food in the baby's mouth. So is it wrong for that baby bird to, oh, a worm, open its mouth, doing everything it's used to doing and having an expectation? No, there's nothing wrong with that. Is the bird, after going hungry for the day, like, well, I don't get it. I opened my mouth, it didn't come in. Does the bird have to adopt? Oh, mom and dad used to do that for me. I had this need that I was unaware of. They were aware of it. They met it. Oh, I'm going to have to adapt a bit. That's going to give you the growth that you're seeking, and that's going to give you an empowered way of viewing the world. Of course I feel frustrated. Of course I feel angry. You know, there was a while when Kelly started this business until now, she was always having to pay money for coaches. And there was one point where she got flat out angry. She's like, I'm just so mad that these coaches are so expensive. I'm so mad this, I'm so mad. It just seems like all my disposable income is going towards them. She had to hit Esther translates this as making peace with where you're at. Kelly had to go, all right, you know what? I am at a stage where I feel fragile and I know that when I don't have a coach, I don't get forward movement. And sometimes I even backslide a little bit in business. And I get it. I've had 30 plus years of momentum of being an employee. You know, it might take me a year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 to build solid foundation that I've got this. Kelly, even right now, it's one of the lowest paid coaching programs she's ever been in at lowest touch points. But she pays for access so that if something comes up, she can go ask a question. She hasn't been to one of the calls in 2 months. Do you see the slowly weaning herself off? Be okay that you're at the I'm learning the new ways of doing it. You might need support. And be okay that sometimes it's slowly weaning yourself off too. When someone gets a cast on, they get used to walking in crutches. Of course, when they walk without crutches after the cast is off, are there going to be some nervousness? Yes. Are they going to have to adopt new ways to, oh, okay, let's just practice putting weight on my ankle. Let's just practice XYZ. You got to be okay with every stage that you're at. When Kelly looks at the bill that she pays that lady, she's like, Kelly always goes, that could be going towards more saving. I could be buying stock every month in that amount. But you know what? Right now, just the reassurance of having access to someone who's 10 years ahead of me, that's kind of worth it right now. Even though Kelly has a goal to start earning a second revenue stream from stock dividends, even though she has a goal for a huge nest egg, she's also okay that right here, right now, she still likes that reassurance that that monthly purchase provides her. Even though she knows at some point she's going to have to let that crutch go and just go for it, right now she's okay that that's where she's at. Can you be willing to adapt and check in with yourself daily, weekly, at least monthly? We get that everyone has different amount of times. Can you check with yourself monthly and go, what are my needs this month? Do I need Netflix? Do I need Disney Plus? Do I need this coach? You know what? I kind of do. You know what? I kind of do, and I'm kind of mad that I need her. I'm being hard on myself, that I'm not fully self-resilient. Are you going to choose to be mad at yourself, the child psychology? Or are you going to step into adult psychology? And you know what? Right now, this support does feel good. Think of it this way. This is how we got this through to Kelly. Kelly, if you were living in a house, you might want to buy a security system. Is someone likely going to break in? No, especially if they see signs of security system installed. But will you be able to sleep a little bit better at night if you were single woman owning a house because she was asking to how to feel better about owning a home while single and worried about someone breaking in. We just said, if you're worried about that, why not buy the security system? Oh, but it just means that I don't think I can handle it. It just means that I'm choosing fear-based living. Are you going to whip yourself and be mean to yourself and be hard on yourself? Or are you going to, I actually do feel better if I were to have a security system installed. And if installing a security system is what will help me become a homeowner, you know what? I'm going to be okay with that. That's self-acceptance. That's self-love, guys. That's our message for you this week. Wow, that was a good one. Ooh, that was a long one. Comment below, guys. Let me know. And for those of you who haven't been able to make as many videos as I have lately, I put together a little gift for you guys. It's free, no email required. You just go to kellylunt.com/LOA. And I put together a little 6-video series explaining all the steps of law of attraction on the practical and energetic level so that you can start manifesting anything and everything that you want. I put those videos together for you. So go to kellylunt.com/LOA for these free videos. It's on my website. Go check them out. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought of the video and how it helped you. Love you guys. Bye.